My mic is not working. Okay, there we go. The mic was just stopped working. Hello, and welcome back to Crypto Warehouse. We are back for another quiz, a Maple quiz. I am today joining my mic if you want to say hello.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful September. We are going to have our Maple update and quiz night. And for those of you that are new here, we have a little look at what's happened in the last couple of weeks with Maple Finance, and then we have a quiz where you can win prizes depending on what you are watching on. So if you are on Binance Square, one lucky winner is going to get some syrup after the stream. And if you are watching somewhere else, which we're not allowed to mention, then there's going to be a quiz that you can enter. There's going to be a leaderboard. You're going to finish in the top 3 tonight, then you're going to win. We're not doing top 5 because we have people watching in different places, and we are not made of money because this comes out of our pocket, not anybody else's. So how do we play? We're going to go through that in a little bit, but there's going to be a quiz of questions that the Oracle is going to ask you. Some of them are going to be Jeopardy questions, some normal questions, the usual kind of thing. What is Maple is the first question in chat. Maple Finance, their token is called Syrup. They are an asset manager, on-chain asset manager that has been listed on Binance probably since about April, May, June this year. They've got 2 tokens over there, Syrup and Syrup USDC. We're going to go through a little bit of that at the start of the show, and then we're going to get on with the quiz. But welcome to you, welcome to Syed, and welcome to everybody else who is watching. There's a lot of people.
I was about to say,
off the end of the screen.
Kushik, you should be in the quiz. There's just that many people in the box that you actually can't see. But you are, let me make sure, yes, you are in the quiz, so don't worry about that.
Fantastic. So what we'll do, for those of you that don't really know a lot about Maple, we're going to have a very quick run through at the start. We're going to have 3 parts to the beginning of the show. We're going to have a little look at Arbitrum. We're then going to have a little look at the Syrup price action. And then we're going to have, okay, you ready for this? I'm going to get my ball out.
No, don't do that.
We're going to look at it.
Don't hurt people.
We're going to look at my ball, and I am going to give you some predictions. That's how this works. So to start off, we're going to go through very briefly. I don't know, do you want to bring up the Maple Finance website very, very briefly, just so I can explain what Maple Finance are?
I don't have it on my list of ones. Let me go get it.
Lots of competition tonight. Lots of people in chat. It is great to see.
A lot of people. This is, I think, the most people we've had in a quiz at one time, I think.
Absolutely.
There we go. So if I... let me make sure that there's no... Okay, there's so many things on the screen. Let me move on to it. Let me just hide this for now because I had the joined people on my face, and we obviously don't want that. So let me make sure that's okay. And here we are. Here is the website. Let me make sure it's formatted correctly.
Okay,
very
website is up.
You continue as you were saying.
Okay, I'm just going to say I'm going to run through this very quickly. We don't need to go off this page. So Maple Finance, $3.5 billion on-chain asset manager.
Yep.
Listed on Binance since the beginning of summer. 2 tokens. There's the Syrup token, which is kind of the governance token that you can stake and earn rewards on. You can stake it on Binance. And they also have Syrup USDC, which is a yield-bearing asset. Currently, that's about $1.12. That did start off roughly about $1, but over time, it appreciates in value at a rate of about 6.9, 6.4% a year. So if you hold $100 worth of that token, this time next year, it'll be worth $106.50 or $107, something like that. And that is pretty much what they do. Now, we do a kind of catch-up show, or I do a catch-up show once every couple of weeks where I go through what's happened with Maple. I did that a few days ago. This show is a quiz, so we're not going to spend too long talking directly about Maple. What I want to do first is the Arbitrum partnership, is that the first thing on your agenda?
Yeah, the first
3 things, right?
Yeah, so we've got the Twitter, we have the Twitter or X option thing, DeFi Llama chains, and obviously we can do the charts from there. Yeah. Okay.
So basically, what we're going to do, if you bring up the agreement, or not the agreement, should I say, the listing of Syrup USDC over on Arbitrum, which is this one here. This is only a few days old. And what's happened with Syrup USDC? They started on Ethereum. They moved to Solana, or should I say, they didn't move to Solana. They opened up on Solana. So they have Solana, they have Ethereum. Recently, they have just gone over $105 million worth of Syrup USDC on Camino Finance alone. Syrup USDC has broken $1 billion just in market cap in the last few days. And now they're listed on Arbitrum, which is another extension. Now, the second link, which you're going to bring up, which is DeFi Llama.
Yep.
You're going to have to do a bit of scrolling now, Oracle.
All right, I'm
go
scrolling.
down. I want you to go down.
I'm good at scrolling.
You want to go down to let me speak so you understand what you're going to. You want to go down to the top 10 TVLs and you want to stop there so they're all on the screen. So you'll see that Ethereum is up there. You'll see that Solana is up there. You'll also see that Arbitrum is, what is Arbitrum? 6th, 7th on that list?
7th.
7th on that list. Now, where is Base? Is Base 5th?
6th.
6th. Okay, we're going to get onto that in a minute. But this is just to show you what they're doing. They're like the Grim Reaper knocking on different doors. They've knocked on Ethereum. They've knocked on Solana. They've knocked on Arbitrum. It doesn't take a genius to realize where they're going to go next. Okay, now we're going to leave it at that because we don't have a lot of time. And now I'm going to pass you over to the Oracle. Okay, I'm going to pass you over to him.
Yeah,
I'm not going to
move on to it. Here we go. This is not the chart. That's good. So there we go. Okay, so let's have a look. I'm not going to go too deep into some of these little things we obviously talked about on Tuesday, and I will talk about on Thursday. So there's not going to be too much in that regard in terms of intricate price action on the lower time frames. I'm just going to be looking at the daily here and just looking at the general move we've had so far with this whole thing. We came very close to the 38.48 mark, 38.50. Have moved up a tiny bit, came back to resistance, and now we're starting to come down again, especially on the lower time frames. And you can also really see on the daily, coming past some lows at 46.90 as well, really starting to head down. We've been saying on the stream for a while, obviously in this run up anyway, in this whole period, coming back to resistance again, that it's going to be a scenario where we expect it to come back down again after seeing this resistance. Because on the general note of this whole move, it's been a big old downtrend so far, just lower highs. And I think what I've noticed a lot with Syrup is there's been plenty of situations, because obviously again each coin prints differently and has their own actions, where they have these big wicks, and their wicks don't really follow along with the candle bodies. You can see if we were to just really focus on where we actually printed at, we can see a really clear down structure here. But whereas with the wicks, it kind of goes out and goes in, doesn't really print past those wicks, for example. So with that, you can see obviously we've had, in terms of the main highs and lows, we've really had a normal move down so far. Low here, we've missed this high here. We've had another lower high, and now we're pretty hard barreling down for Syrup. Obviously, given what we've had so far within today and obviously tomorrow, again, that's what I was saying yesterday as well. In terms of, I still had my opinions on what the charts were going to do. However, we do have things coming out today and tomorrow, obviously with PPI and other data, and then we also have the 17th, which we've been talking about in our streams as well. So there is going to be a bit of a disparity between what I say just based on the charts, and at the end of the day, that's what obviously that's what I do when we do these small segments. I look at the charts, but we do have to bear in mind the fact that things will happen outside the charts, which will play an effect. So I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to talk about actual intricate price action. I'm just going to talk about the general idea that since the major low we've had, which I've been talking about since over here, which we came towards, and then this small move back upwards, we've hit off resistance, and now we've started to come back down again. So that's pretty much it for Syrup. But again, from what I can say on the chart, and this is why I'm trying to be careful here, from what I can say on the charts anyway, it's down. However, things will be coming out, especially has already come out today, and will come out tomorrow and the 17th, which will play a huge role in how the price moves. So I will leave it with down, but be careful. Thank you for the clapping.
That is how you do a chart in 3 minutes.
I'm done.
Now, we're going to get onto the quiz in a second, but I did say I was going to get my ball out on camera and give you my predictions, did I not?
You said that. I don't want it.
Now, I've been warned. CZ has just called me. Yeah. CZ has just been on the phone, and he's told me that I have to keep my ball firmly wrapped up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to appear through my glass of Ribena and give you my 3 predictions for what I think Maple Finance and Syrup are going to do between now and the first quarter of next year. Now, I don't know. Okay, I don't know, but these are my 3 predictions. The Oracle knows what these 3 predictions are. He's got them in front of him. My first prediction is this. Syrup USDC will appear on base by the beginning of next year. We have just shown you the top DeFi and TVL chains. We've got Ethereum, Solana. We've got Arbitrum Base. I think they're going to be listed over there. That was the one that the poll that I ran a few weeks ago, Base came up first. That didn't happen. It was Arbitrum. That's my first one. Now, that's going to make a big difference to the TVL, but that's not the biggest one yet. Then I think they're going to hit 5 billion assets under management by the end of this year. They're at 3.55 billion. You might think that's a long way off, but we've moved $1.5 billion in 4 months. We've got 4 months left of the year. And remember, assets under management include Bitcoin. Bitcoin moves up 50%. Their assets under management are going to move up another 300 or 400 million, maybe. So 5 billion is my prediction for the assets under management. And why is that important? Because the Syrup token itself is following the TVL and the AUM of Maple Finance, not the other way around in this instance. And my final prediction, which is my boldest prediction for probably the second quarter of next year, Syrup BTC. I believe, and I don't know, as I said, they have a yield-bearing asset. Nearly called it a stable coin then. I believe they're going to have some kind of Syrup BTC offering. I don't know exactly when. I would say within the next 6 months. We've seen Lombard launch. We have seen the others launch over on Binance. And my pick is Syrup BTC. And they're my 3 predictions. And you know what I did in January? I made all kinds of wild predictions, and every single one of them came right, except for which one? Which one of my predictions hasn't come right so far this year? Do you remember?
You tell me.
Sam Bankman-Fried being released from prison.
Yeah, I remember that actually. Yeah,
Donald Trump.
Thought I would have no idea what you're talking about.
That's the only one of my 5. Yeah, that's the only one that hasn't come true. So that's it. Should we get on with the quiz? Because I see a mass of people in chat asking for the quiz, and I think we should give the people what they want, Oracle.
So I will jump on to this intermediary screen because I do need to make sure everything is set up quickly. Obviously, you can see, excluding pretty much, who is it? Kushik, everyone is here. Obviously, the formatting, there's just too many people. You know what? I could probably shrink it down a tiny bit more so we can get everybody in the screen. If I do this, you can see everyone has joined here perfectly. So this is a good opportunity. If you're just joining wherever you are, you can quickly type join while I make sure that the question is showing correctly and actually bring it all up. So if you give me 2 seconds, I will do that.
Yep. One thing while you're doing that, I'll cover you for a second. There is one thing that people have been asking us in chat, and you know what? I never thought about it for a second.
Yeah.
The entire UI that we have here is Maple, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But nobody knows Maple. They only know the token Syrup.
Right.
So what I'm going to have to do for the next quiz is we're going to have to include somewhere on these UIs the Syrup token and the Syrup ticker itself.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Okay, it looks like everything is set up. John is joined. Yeah, where's KB actually? It's going to be fun. Many competitors. Yeah, you know what? This is a stacked quiz tonight. So I'm obviously it's going to be interesting. It is definitely going to be interesting, to say the least. So everything is set up. So if everyone is ready, I will begin. But there may be some beginners or some newcomers here. So just really quickly, I'll go over the intro spiel to how the game works. What will happen, I will go on to the next screen in just a second. There will be a grey box in the center of the screen. There will be a question and 3 answers. 1, 2, or 3 is delegated to each answer. So you read the question, you look at the answers which are there available, you just type 1, 2, or 3 in the chat. That's all you need to do, 1, 2, or 3. No, you don't need to type the answer out in full or anything. Just 1, 2, or 3, and that should be it. We also have a Jeopardy section after 20 questions where the answer will be the question and the questions will be answers. But we will get to that hill when we cross it, or we'll get to that bridge when we cross it, whatever the saying is. So everyone is ready. Let's get started. So let me make sure there's no unfairness here with the timing, and then we can get going. So if everyone is ready, I will move on to the first question. And make sure I'm ready. make sure I'm not going to cough or anything while I'm reading out the question. All right, let's do it. So, first question. What is the primary function of Maple? Gaming platform, DEX, or on-chain lending / yield? Hopefully the timer is coming in correctly.
Easy.
There we go. I can hear it. I can see the pops. There we go. I don't know why there's a little box there. Unfortunately, the live answers, someone's head is on the right-hand side of the screen, so I will not have every single answer opening in the same in the same row, but we can hear the noises nonetheless. I think you guys can hear the noises.
Ow, ow, ow. Should I just make random noises in the corner?
If you want to. Is everyone... That was a lot of people answered. Is everyone answered already? That's pretty good. Well, 0 seconds. We can show the answer. It was number 3. Most of you put. So let's bring up the score. I haven't actually brought the scoreboard up. I've just realised. Let me go on to toggle answer. And
I'm going to take away the points today.
Are you going to steal? You steal the game today?
I'm winning the game. I'm winning the game today.
And here we are. So there is the leaderboard. We have the times. We have the people. So pretty much everyone got that right. So everyone's going to have 1 point. Again, we've only just started the game. So if it can't be delineated by points, it can be delineated by time. And we can see a certain somebody is in first place. And I'm not very happy about this. And my one challenge for everybody, I'll give you a shout out if you come above Crypto Warehouse, because we do not want him winning. Okay, this is not fair. It's his own quiz. But I did mix up the questions and the answers. So obviously, if certain people out there, I'm not going to name names, get sent the questions and the answers. Now, hey, it's not me. You know, I don't say anything out. There's a certain somebody who sends things out. But I've switched up the questions and the answers, so there will be no cheating. Anyway, jumping on to the next answer. Or next question, even. In which year was Maple launched? 2020, 2022, or 2018? First umbrella. Yeah, I'm sure he'll get a plenty share of umbrellas this stream.
That is a tough question. That is a tough question.
Yes.
So it is. You know what? I'm going to lose my own quiz. You know that.
Tio, make sure you put
lose my
just
own quiz.
the number, not the answer itself. Just to, warn you.
Also,
I see a lot of twos and ones.
There are people on X who are trying to join the quiz.
Okay.
Kamzi has put the answer in there. There we go. On-chain lending. Kamzi, hello. How are you? Jack Sapien has typed join. You need to go to that link to come across to YouTube to play the quiz. You've still got plenty of time. For those of you that are playing over on Binance Square, congratulations. The quiz is for people on YouTube only.
Yes.
Right then. That's that done. Sorry.
Okay, I'm just making sure everything is running smoothly here on my end. Okay, there we go. Let me close this down quickly. Perfect. Okay, so we had the second question. I saw a lot of twos, I saw a lot of threes, I saw a lot of ones. It was a bit of a split here. Very interesting. We had 2 people get that right. Obviously, just to warn people as well, make sure you just put 1, 2, or 3. You don't need to put, the actual answer. Just put 1, 2, or 3, and you will get it right. So, going on to the third question now. Again, I don't want to spend too much time, talking about who's changed and who hasn't. We've just done the second question, so let's just move on to the third question, and let's get a bit deeper into this. So, name of Maple retail-focused DeFi product launched in 2024. Maple Direct, Maple Vault, or Syrupify? 1, 2, or 3. What do you think it is? Is my... Okay, there it is. No, hold on. Is my mic... Okay, I thought my mic wasn't working.
Yeah, you were. I can hear you.
Okay, good. Here come the answers. In droves. Let me see. Let me make sure that's coming in nicely. I think so.
I'm going to lose my own quiz.
We'll see. We'll see. I hope you do. Obviously, not to
lose my own quiz.
Not to dismay you, but I hope you do lose. When in doubt, answer 3 tonight. Okay, if that's the rule, that's the rule. But it was number 3.
Who said that?
Dylan Bear. Don't you worry. It's not number... I can promise you for sure it is not consistently number 3. I hope not, anyway. Unless we've had... Because I have an app, right, which splits it all. If everything is number 3 tonight, this will be the rarest occurrence in humanity. is what I'll say. Anyway, jumping on to the scoreboard, we can see the 3s and 2s. Everyone pretty much got that right. Obviously, we've got a 3-2 split. Pretty early on in the quiz, we've actually gotten a split of answers, or a split of correct answers anyway, between Bear, Kushik, and everyone else. I see Tariq in number 3. This is a insane occurrence, and of the top 5 is the fastest answer. This is Tariq. Take your screenshot now. I will tell you that. And I can see a certain somebody.
Tariq.
Tariq what?
I'm coming for you, Tariq.
No,
I can smell your aftershave.
There is like
Tariq.
a 2.5 second difference, so there is a bit of a close one. Also with Justino, let me make sure he's joined because he did it in all caps. I don't know if that's gonna okay, Justino has joined. Never mind. I stand corrected. Let's just get into it. Let's go to the next question. Jumping on to question 4 now.
Next question.
We have, who is the CEO of Maple? 1, 2, or 3. Joe Flanagan, Sid Powell, or Quinn Barry? I'd hope you know this. I hope you know this. I should just have a little blurb next to your head. I know this. Quote. It seems like you know it all. Which I'd hope so.
Who is the CEO of Maple? Is it Joe Flanagan? Is it Sid Powell?
Okay, no, you can't give answers away.
Or is it...
I mean, other way, every
Barry?
single person has answered 2. So I'd imagine it would be this. Everyone's got it right. So to show the answer, it was number 2. Every single person, I'm pretty sure, put number 2. And again, there you go. When in doubt, put 3 is incorrect. William Bear, I'll tell you that right now. We can see the split is still in effect. Obviously, no surprise there. You have a, what's that, 200 millisecond difference between you and Tariq. Can you smell him? What aftershave has he got on?
Yep. He's got eau de perfume, which translates as fear of Mike.
Right.
On.
Yeah, I remember that translation. Scrolling down, we can see everyone again, even like, you might look at this and go, oh, wow, okay, well, these 2 have got number 4 and everyone else is losing. I can't see myself on the screen, I'm losing. Well, look, between 4 and 12, obviously some of you have answered differently. That's, that's just the quiz. But there is a multitude of people who all have 3. And Mags is 5th. Mags is on the screen.
Mags is
5th. On the
5th.
screen. Considering the last performance to now, this is an absolute flip of the table right here. I'm very impressed. Let me move
Mags, you know when you hear that kind of Rocky music? You know when you hear the Rocky music? Mags has spent the last 3 weeks doing chin-ups and pull-ups and push-ups.
It's all the heat. It's 47 degrees outside. I couldn't do that. 47 degrees Celsius. I could never, ever do that. I commend you for living that.
Tariq, this is why Tariq is so angry all the time.
He's too hot. Is that why?
It's the heat.
Right. Well, I'd be angry as well if it was 47 degrees. Anyway, that's not what I wanted to click. There we go. Which blockchain is Maple primarily built on? Avalanche, Cardano, or Ethereum? Obviously, there's some things, but the primary.
I've got that. Let me put my answer in. There we go.
There we go. I'm seeing the same answer across the board here. Good turnout for this quiz. A lot of answers.
I'm very impressed.
Very
I'm really
happy.
impressed. Considering we put this together. There's loads of people answering.
Tons.
There's loads of people answering on Binance Square, and they're getting the answers right as well.
It's a shame, it really is. I will when that answer 3. No, okay, you're not making this a thing, right? Because it's wrong. I know you're trying to throw off the new people here. All right, don't bother. All right.
Yeah.
It's rude.
Ignore the bear.
It was number 3. Yes, it was number 3.
We should. You know what we should do? We should mute the bear.
Oh yeah.
For 2 questions.
If I really don't like someone, let me make sure Comsy's joined. He should have done. There we go. Comsy has joined. There's, only 5 questions. You're not late to the party. We've got 30 questions in total, so got plenty of chance. So in terms, I do want to have a little quick look at the top. Tariq has been caught up quite a heavy margin. Mags is still 5th. Okay, pretty good. Let me go down 6th and 7th. Just want to see. Danny is in 6th. Danny and Kishan are literally holding hands down the road here. Maybe 700 millisecond difference, if that. We've got some other people. Again, a lot of 4s across the board here. And again, the difference between top and bottom is 1 point and then some seconds. So, let's continue with the quiz.
I have crushed Tariq. Next on my hit list is Musaka.
It's like a sandbox full of
Caustic,
kids and then
whatever
one
it's called.
adult throwing sand at all the kids and laughing at them. That's what it feels like. Or you know, a kid's, you know, race day, and they're all running down the line with their little floppy legs, and you got one teacher in the middle just absolutely blasting down the lane. You know what I mean? It's not even comparable. You'd think anyway. There were 4 or 5 questions asked. 5 in total. Obviously, this was the 5th one, you can see on the screen. We had one question earlier where everyone put 2 and the answer was 3 or something. So 5 has been answered so far. We're going on to the 6th one now.
Yeah.
So, but question 20, we're going to split to Jeopardy for the last 10. So that might confuse some people as well. But anyway, moving on to the next question. What is the native token of Maple as of 2025? Maple, XMAP, or syrup? To win your mics at a sacrifice, you have to sacrifice yourself. I will refuse. I always ignore them at the end. You can't pretend. If you're at the end and you're disheartened and you got 6th and Mike's in 3rd, you got 5th. Don't worry, because I don't count him. I don't count him at all.
No, you didn't. You lost. If you didn't win, you lost. Okay. It's true.
Well,
if you
come
come
first, you
third,
came
you've
2nd
lost.
or 3rd or 4th or 5th.
If you
yeah,
come
I get
second, you've lost.
All right.
Exactly.
It was number 3. I saw pretty much number 3s.
Yeah, everybody got that right.
Yeah,
everyone got that right.
You are the slowest time of the 5. You are losing. You know what? If you don't catch up now, you'll lose. You're going to lose your quiz. You're not going to come first.
Who?
You.
I've got the fastest time.
I don't care. You're 3rd. It's
I've
your
got
quiz. You
92
should be
seconds.
coming first in your own quiz.
I will.
And
I got one
I can't
accidentally
play.
wrong to give everybody a chance.
Right. You did it on purpose so you can, trick
I'm
people.
giving Villain Bear a head start, so when I catch him, the victory will be glorious.
Okay.
And then I will drink my Vimto from his skull at the end of the quiz.
Can't catch up later. That's a good point. Make sure if you're on PC or whatever, press the screen at the bottom red bar where it's floating through. Press the grey. It should be grey. It should be red, but if it is grey, make sure you press the live text. Make sure that dot is red. Okay, make sure you're on the latest second, because there's been a lot of people who do talk about delay, and quite often the case is that lag. But sometimes people, are lagging, and people are behind. So, there's not so much we can do. We can't make sure everyone has 0 milliseconds delay. So if you're on the latest second, we do apologize.
Right,
moving on.
Yeah. Next question.
What assets primarily collateralize Maple secured lending pools? Traditional stocks, Bitcoin, USDC, and ETH, or real estate and gold?
Boom.
Boom.
That's another opportunity for me to
See some
crush the
twos.
bear.
Everyone answered so
Plenty
quick
of
then.
twos coming through.
Woof.
I know.
Wow.
I know.
Can the game keep up? I think to myself.
Of course it can. We've not told anybody what the prizes are, by the way.
That's a
Go
good point.
through the prizes.
That's a good point. You can do if you want.
Countdown.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna have.
I just want to make sure there's showing the answer on the screen while you're talking.
Okay, what was the answer?
It was number 2, Bitcoin, USDC, and ETH. I'm gonna jump to. You can talk now. I'm just gonna jump to the thing.
I tell you what we'll do. We'll say what the prizes are just before we get to Jeopardy, and then we're not.
Okay.
Flow.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
There's a bit of lag going on.
Look at that time delay. Look at that time difference between me and the bear. I am a Usain Bolt ahead of Villain.
Mags has flipped Tariq. He's now 4th. Mags is coming for you now. It's not the other way around here. You've not come for you can come for Tariq. Mags is coming for you now. It's coming for you.
The longer this quiz goes
Bounding
on, the more
through the
empty
quiz.
bottles are in front of Mags. In 47-degree, oh no, it's Tariq in 47-degree heat.
Yeah.
The bottles are lining up on in front of Mags's monitor. In half an hour, he won't be able to see the screen.
Right, so your
I'm not worried about Mags.
opposition is gone. Okay.
Like the weakness.
Okay, well, I'll just go to the next question. All right, question 8. Which partner
Reading
allows
chat,
users to earn yield on Bitcoin? Maple Bond, Core DAO, or Syrup Yield? Hishan, I'm in rain. I wish. I love the rain so much. If it rained every day, I'd love it. I'd rather be in the rain than the
I
heat.
could burst into song.
No. Please don't do that.
Hey?
You could kill someone with your words. And it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
I have got great pipes. I've got great pipes. I am the love child of, what was that guy called that we saw on TV before?
Homer Simpson.
Not Homer. I don't look like Homer Simpson. Do
Ricky
I look
Gervais?
like Homer Simpson? No. I don't. No, not
If
Ricky
I put
Gervais.
a yellow filter on you, I think we wouldn't tell the difference. Anyway, let's go to the... Anyway.
If I'm Homer Simpson, you are clearly Bart.
No.
Absolutely.
No.
Homer Simpson.
No. Comsy, please make sure you're on the latest
it's
segment of the quiz, because, you're answering a bit late, so... Yeah, just to warn you. Again, not too much change. I have seen a new person. Unique Sampa has flipped some people here. Where has he gone? Mags is now 10th. Got it wrong. I think. Maybe. Where is he? Got it there. He put 3.
This is what you see. This is the psychology of a winner. What you do is you get into the head of each competitor one by one
and make them lose.
So all I've got to do now, I've got to take out Musaka, and I've got to take out Victoria Wood, who's winning.
Oh, Kishan got 3 as well.
I've beaten them.
3 going back. Yep. Not by your own fault, by other people's wrongdoings. Not by your right doing. You're just watching people die around you. Go, oh, I'm winning. Let's see. Again, obviously, we've got 30 questions. We've got plenty of questions, which we do need to go through. We'll see. What is the main goal of Maple Institutional? Smart contracts, capital lending, or retail investment?
Boom. I'm on absolute fire in this quiz.
Justino absolutely ripped through that answer there. Woof.
Do you know what Tariq is? Tariq's, in those zombie films where you hit the zombie and it falls over and it just keeps getting back up and coming at you, and then you hit it again and its shoulder and its arm falls off and it just gets back up. And after about 5 minutes, it's just a head, a body, and one leg hopping towards you.
Yeah,
that's.
I just saw Hidden Agenda's answer. I don't know if you've actually joined the quiz, so I just want to tell you, make sure you join the quiz.
Hidden Agendas isn't in the quiz.
I see him answer. I'm looking in the database and I don't see his name, so I also didn't see him type join earlier, so just want to make sure he's typed join. It was number 2.
Capital lending.
Most of you put them to. Pretty much everyone put number 2. Justina got 1. Rapid answer though, nonetheless. Jumping on to the scoreboard. Dylan Bear keeping that pace. Kushik keeping that pace as well. Very impressed. It looks like we have a new contender in top. I'm very, very, very impressed. I don't actually know where Samurai is. Tariq is still 4th. Sampo in 5th. You're still 3rd. Tariq is coming for you there. Fast.
He's not coming for me.
Comsey's on to 2.
He is 23 seconds behind. So Tariq is 200 meters behind me.
Is that you seeing it?
Yeah. I am 140 meters ahead of Villain Bear. I just need to get one more right.
Okay. Well, how you fit? Okay, front of her. Oh, right. So is each second a 10? 10 meters. Yeah. Right. Okay.
So
interesting.
I'm half a lap ahead.
I think
of
a second would be a meter, but
he can't even see me.
It's like the American system. You know what I mean? It's like Fahrenheit. It's like, oh, we're gonna make 1 second 10 meters. Let's go on to the next question. Question 10 now. Which of the following is a role of the syrup token? Gas fees, direct loans, or governance? Question 10 now.
Boom.
On to the third of the way through the quiz. Justino, an absolutely rapid answer there. You're going down. We've got some shots fired by newcomers here. Getting
Carmsy's not a newcomer, by the way. Carmsy is an ambassador of Maple Finance.
Okay, but is he a newcomer
is
he a newcomer to the quiz?
He's a newcomer to the quiz, but he is an OG ambassador of Maple Finance. So I'm very glad he's here.
I do thank you for being here. Just make sure you're on the latest part of the stream, because obviously there's lag and whatnot. It was number 3 though. It was number 3. Everyone pretty much put number 3 there, from what I can see. Tariq has gone down. Everyone put number 3 apart from Tariq. So I think Tariq is not. When in doubt, 3 would have got you 75%. You know what I'll do for you, Villain Bear? At the end of the stream, you can count this yourself. What I'll do, I'll send it in Telegram. I will add up all the A's, B's, and C's, the 1, 2, and 3s of the quiz, and tell you what the split is. Because again, the randomization doesn't guarantee a 33% split. So you could be right. There could be an edge case here. But, yeah, I mean. let's show the scoreboard. There we go. There we go. Villeneuve and Kushik still. I'm very impressed. Kushik, obviously, Villeneuve is actually starting to be a contender for one of the top runners. KB isn't here. That one Wolfswap intern who came in and absolutely rocked the boat with the speed is also not here. So it leaves a lot of space to be filled by someone else. So Villeneuve has filled the vacuum by, a margin also. But is still in place. You can't deny, you can't take away from the greatness of him being first. Kushik in second, very impressed. Samper in fourth now. Again, might not be from her own or their own.
Whoa. You missed me out. I'm third.
No, I don't. Where?
I'm third.
Nope.
You said
last.
The person
I don't even consider you. I have blindness. I have crypto warehouse blindness. I don't even look at you. I don't even acknowledge you're there. Only when other people acknowledge you're there, I acknowledge you're there. But when it comes to reading out, I don't even imagine you're there. If you are third, I will point you out. Don't you worry. Just yes, I will scroll down now. I'll do a third of the way through checkpoint, and we can have a little look where everyone is. Danny has creeped into fifth.
Next question.
No. Not yet. We want to do a third of the way checkpoint. People want to know where they are. Danny's in fifth again.
They're losing. That's where they are.
Okay, we'll have a look.
Danny's
in fifth.
Losing.
Danny's in fifth. Again, impressive work. Tariq did lose, so that might be it. Mags is ninth. We have Safik. Itta, I'll say again. I do apologize. Nara. 6th, 7th, 8th there, doing well. Again, the split, and this is why I'm pointing out you guys, because you are keeping pace bar 1 point. So again, the split between 8th and 1st, only really a point. And obviously a bit of time, to be fair, a bit of time. But, there could be definitely a big flip there. Mags and Tariq are holding hands with each other, both on 1 point lost down there. Scroll down a bit, John, Ron, Kishan. Justino, you have 6, correct. Tito has 5. In agendas is actually in the quiz now. 12 seconds. It only probably just joined in the last question. And I haven't actually seen War Master Cry, I think his name. Or Thomas.
War Master C.
I always think it's War Master Cry or War Master C. Okay. Must have left the quiz.
Master C.
Anyway, that is what we have. Kamsi has joined.
Answered.
He's on 0. Maybe he's only just joined. Or maybe, I don't know, whatever.
He's answering like 40 seconds behind.
Yeah, whenever I show the answer, it disables people from answering. So he is a bit behind, so there might be a bit of a thing going on there. Anyway, 10th question, that was our checkpoint. We can now move on to the 11th question. What was Maple's TVL milestone achieved in April 2025? 1 billion, 2 billion, or 500 million? Bit of a throwback. I enjoy doing this one. We have obviously kind of like 2 Maple quizzes. This one is got more of a structured Maple approach where it actually gives some fundamentals. Especially good for people who might have not heard of Maple before. Because, even if you get it wrong, it tells you the answer. So, it's a good kind of like, quiz card type of system. You've got 30 quick questions, 30 quick answers. You want to know a bit about Maple. Some of the, slight intricacies. Not top to bottom of Maple, but, you can learn a bit of information.
Had to think about that one. Because I think when we started, they had 400 million.
There it is. It is 1.
So it must have...
Everyone pretty much put 1 there. Pretty much.
Whoa, Villain Bear. Whoa. Somebody didn't update the questions.
April.
This is for people to remember what happened in the past. Because if you don't remember the past, then you cannot prevent yourself from making the same mistakes in the future. Okay?
It's not like I said what's the highest milestone they've achieved in 2025. I know we're in September. It doesn't matter. No. I said April. That's the question. You answered the question.
It was a milestone.
That's a massive milestone.
You know why he's doing this? Because he nearly got the question wrong. Yeah. He did. Oh, they're not going to ask the question from April.
April? Huh? Yeah. Okay. Keep your eyes open. Look at the board. Interesting. You have actually nearly added up to time to Villain Bear, and you're a question behind. This is not looking good to catch up with Villain Bear.
He has got an answer key. Who?
You. Yeah, he's got 1, 2, 3 written down. He's trying to copy it. He realised, wait a minute, it's September. This is April. You got it wrong. Yeah, right. Okay. We know who's got their their walls have been scribbled with notes to try and figure out the best course of action. Anyway, even in present, exactly. Let me open this up. There we go. Pretty much no scoreboard change. Let's just move on. We'll look at it when we hit the 20 mark, when we're about to go on Jeopardy. We'll go through some questions now. So next question is, who partnered with Maple to provide custody for its Bitcoin yield product? BitGo, Anchorage Digital, or Fireblocks? 1, 2, or 3.
I think it was this lot. I think it was this lot.
Seeing a lot
you
of
know what?
answers.
I wrote that question, and that is an absolute stalker of a question. You know that? That is a brilliant question.
I bet you're so proud of yourself.
I am. I am, because I've forgotten the question.
Right.
And looking at it from a fresh mind, it can only be the one I've gone for. But Fireblocks, they also provide really high-level security. Celsius used to use Fireblocks, believe it or not, back in the day.
You done?
BitGo, I was right. I'm done.
Good.
Next question.
You have nearly flipped, or not flipped, as in you've nearly actually spent too long of time. I don't know how best to word it, but you're on 190. Villeneuve's on 193. The dream of catching up to Villeneuve might not be in the works if you keep on taking too long. Even if he gets one wrong and you get it right, you might not flip him. And this seems like this is the challenge. It seems so far.
I had to think about the question. That's the thing.
There you go.
Right, what's the next question?
Let's go to question 13. Now we have, what is the name of Maple's yield-bearing stablecoin? Maple Leaf, SIRP USDC, Drip USDT.
Boom. Get in. Look at that. That's taken. Look how long Villeneuve's taken. Look at that. That's at least 5 seconds.
We'll see. We'll see.
Is it Maple Leaf? Is it SIRP USDC?
Oh, okay, all right. Now he's getting the answer.
Or is it Drip USD?
My camera's gone blue.
Hi.
Okay.
Are you waving at me?
Yeah. Okay, the answer was number 2, which pretty much everyone put. Let me scroll up. I can only see 2s, so if you answered that, you got it right. There we go. Go on to here. Villeneuve, you did add, so you know what? The split was maybe like, was it 4 seconds? It's now 8 seconds, sorry. Actually 7 point, whatever that was. Yeah, 7.8 point, whatever.
Where's Tariq?
Where's Tariq? I actually don't know where Tariq is, actually. I see Danny. Danny's trucking along. Trucking along. Scrolling down quite far towards Mags and Tariq here. I think Mags and Tariq are going to have to fight themselves. Actually, there's been a split between... Mags and Tariq are in their own little world here. We've got 12s, all these people with 12 here. We've got 13s at the top board. We've got 2 11s. 2 11s over here. And then 10s and 6s and whatnot. But obviously, we've got 30 questions, so don't you worry. Next one.
Did you randomize the questions?
What, the positions of the questions?
Sorry?
What, like the positions of them?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
No, I don't believe I did. So he's gone back. No, that's not what it is. Oh, I don't know. No, that's not what the question is. Which DeFi protocol did Maple integrate with in 2025 to expand its ecosystem? Uniswap, Spark, or Aave? Don't ruin this.
You said you'd randomized.
I randomized the answers, not the position of the questions.
All right. I'd said what we'll do. Okay? This is what we're going to do.
Do you want me to go randomize them now?
If Villeneuve gives the next answer, he loses 5 points.
No, but then he's going to gain 1 point as fast as anyone else, ever. We need to stop this now.
You take 5 points off him if he does it again.
What, answer's correct?
No.
He's going to get every single answer right because he's got them all written down. Because he's gone back in the stream and found them.
He wrote the answer in chat before you asked the question.
Yes, so he knows what questions are coming, which means if he knows one, he probably knows all of them because he's gone back in the stream, found all the questions in the stream. No, I know what you're saying. If he gives... Okay. It's not that different.
If he gives away the next answer to the question that you haven't asked yet, you take 5 points off it.
Yes, but I'm still not happy. Go on. So
here's an idea, right? If you steal a bag of crisps from a shop, we will hang you up by your ankles, cover you in honey, and let the bees eat you alive. Okay? Would you steal a bag of crisps? No. If we say to Villain Bear, you're going to lose this quiz if you give away any more answers to the questions, will Villain Bear give away any more answers to the questions?
I know what you're saying. All right, now it's my turn. I know what you're saying. Okay. Now I agree with you, and I think it will happen. I think if he does answer it, put the answer again before anyone else, in terms of puts it and gives it away, I'll delete his profile from the quiz. I will go one step further. You won't exist anymore, and that's a fact.
I've got a better idea.
What's your
a better idea?
Mute him.
I could mute him for 3 questions.
We can put him in stasis, like Han Solo. Yeah, Han Solo. Yeah,
like
put him in stasis
Solo.
like Han Solo.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't do that.
Han Solo.
I would answer yes if you want to be Han Solo. But my point is, he knows every single. Obviously, we can't do much now. We're going to move on. We're going to go into the next question in a minute. I know people who don't care about the banter, just want to move on. We will move on in a second. He will know every question and every answer. And he said it won't be the same for Jeopardy, but it basically will, because all he needs to know is what the question is.
Just get going.
All right, let's move on. I'm not going to jump to the. We'll just go to the next question now. I won't jump yet. Okay, 15. Name of the structured lending product launched by Maple in January 2025. Yield plus secure, lend plus long, borrow plus grow. Smike is losing. I am happy. Not losing as much as you are, but that's okay. Because the standard Mike has to reach, in my book, is he has to come first with a great margin of time. And if he doesn't, he might as well not bother. Because this is his quiz.
Listen.
Play.
Let's not talk about standards if you're sitting in your seat. Let's not talk about standards.
I'm sitting. Do you want me to stand up then?
Yeah. Listen, standing up, you do a better job, okay?
Better job of what?
You said you'd randomised.
I randomised the answers for each question. Do you know why? Because you asked Grok, give me 30 questions for Maple, and it puts each and every answer in number 1, and people cottoned on and figured out if you just spam 1, you get everything right. So what I did, I made a little script. I went, okay, let's randomise every answer. I didn't think I'd have to go and randomise every question. I might as well randomise everything ever. I'll randomise where we're positioned on the screen. I randomise everything else. I randomise everyone's time. What we'll do a giveaway. We'll give people random numbers. And at that point, we'll do a random number generator. Number 2. Everyone who put number 2, you got that right. Let's jump to the scoreboard. Let me stop leaning in my chair here. Who to you? You're getting an umbrella. You're getting multiple, actually. Let's just, you know what? There you go. Here's some umbrellas. Where's that big one? How do I get rid of it? There you go. There's some umbrellas.
See, Tariq plays the game correctly.
That's fair, yes.
I am losing, but I don't go back to gather answers from old streams.
Yes,
you know what? Same, Tariq.
Yes. Now, you know what? Because next quiz, I'm going to give you the answers for quiz next stream. And I'll, that's a promise. I'll give you some. You're judge, yes. I am the one and only when it comes to this quiz, okay? I am the mover of all quizzes. Time traveling is fun, I bet it is. Do you know what I can do? I can time travel. We could all time travel back 51 minutes to when you didn't join the quiz, and we can remove you forever. If you want to do that. Let's move on. He's gonna know every question. Okay, let's see. All right, I'm not happy about this, but let's see. Question 16. Which TradFi firm collaborated with Maple for Bitcoin-backed financing? Goldman Sachs, Cantor Fitzgerald, or JP Morgan Chase?
I know this one. Oh, I've had an advert pop up on the mobile phone. I think I've answered. Everybody got that one right. Everyone apart from Tariq got that one right.
Where's Villain you stop playing? Yeah, Tariq's got it wrong, actually. My chat comes in really slow, I think.
Yeah, no, Villain Bear's just answered.
Okay, there we go. Tariq, yeah, you were right. You saw the future. Tariq's the only one. He wants to lose, right? Okay. It was. I've just got something pop on my screen. There we go. It was number 2. Everyone who put number 2 got that right. Kushik, again, I think we should be proud of Kushik. I really do. Unless Kushik's in the same room as Villain Bear. I'm actually very happy.
Do you know what? I think Kushik is KB.
Makes sense. That could be true. But
Why have I got all those umbrellas over my head? Can't you put them above me so people can see me?
I don't know what happened. It just
move them up a bit. It's very distracting.
You know what? I'm going to put one on Villain Bear. I'm going to leave it there because he's going to be in first the whole time because he's got every single answer. Yeah, this is what we'll do. You know what? I'll take the umbrellas from you. That's what you'll get. This is what you get. Okay. There you go. All right. Let's move on to the next question. Question 17. What was the purpose of the 500k incentive program launched in Maple 2025? Reward SOAP USDC depositors, smart contract development, or cover loan defaults?
Got it. Nailed it.
You need to try my luck one. Clumsy playing his own game at this rate. Clumsy, please make sure you're on the latest second of the stream because you've been answering at random times. You're talking to yourself. Or maybe he's had too many to drink. This could be the other case. That's why everyone put one, pretty much.
I just want to shout out before you say anything else. The people on Binance Square, you are getting all of these questions right. And what we're going to do...
Go on. I was just saying you're just not in the game.
Yeah, we're going to give away a prize to all the people on Binance Square. So we're going to collect user IDs in about half an hour. So there you go. Well, no,
number one, that question and answer was really long. It's actually cutting off the board. It's amateur hour over here, guys. It was number one, though, nonetheless. Everyone who got number one got that right. Obviously, shame on Villanelle here. Let's land these umbrellas a bit more. I'll scroll down. A bit. I want to see where Tariq and whatnot are. Mags and Tariq. Mags has actually gapped Tariq. Mags has actually got one more right than Tariq. There's a little game going on down here with these two. So 302 and 305. Again, plenty of questions, plenty of opportunity. Comsy's got every single thing. Again, he's playing his own game, unfortunately. So yeah, there's not much we can do there. Question 18. Which exchange listed the SERP token in March 2025? Kraken, Coinbase, or Gemini?
Doom. Ooh, we can't say those words, can we?
Why not?
Shh. Can't say them because we're on Binance.
Oh no! I'm gonna get a hitman on me.
Speak. There you go. They missed you. They missed you and got Tariq. That's correct, Bill and Villain Bear. That is absolutely correct. It was listed on this place first. Not first, but the first major listing was.
Not saying
them.
being listed first is better or anything. Please don't kill me. Number two. It was number two. Everyone put number two. Cut you out. I'm gonna. They'll make me not exist anymore. They'll remove my history from the world. It was number two. Pretty much everyone got that. Not really too much change. Let's jump on to the next question. We can have the 20 question mark. Not question mark. 20 question mark checkpoint. We can have a look at the scoreboard. Go on to the Jeopardy questions, and then we can move on. Doing pretty good for time, actually. I haven't actually looked at the time once. We
are doing very well for time.
What's the primary function of Maple's high-yield secured lending pool in 2025? Over-collateralized loans, real estate lending, or under-collateralized loans? Very long questions and answers here. They're going to clip the question board here. I can see that already. Kishan, when those Jeopardy questions come out, do you know what? We could have an opportunity based on the experience of others and Kishan for Jeopardy questions. He might come first by just pure skill.
This is the thing.
This is going to get
it all changes with Jeopardy.
All changes.
All changes.
To show the answer, it was number one. Again, it's been cutting out. Pretty much haven't got number one. Comsy is answering his own game. So, yeah. Not really so much change. We are going to go on to the 20th question. I believe the 20th question should be not a Jeopardy. I don't know
normal.
What.
Yeah.
It should be normal. Yeah, okay. Which partnership was announced in 2025 to enhance Maple's Solana integration? Serum, Camino Finance, or Radium? Kusik is copying me. That could be a good point, actually. Maybe don't. Maybe stop. Oh, you can't stop answering. But, you know, you can answer later.
I know this answer. And this is a really tricky question, you know. Do you know that's a really tricky question?
It's hard.
It's a hard question.
Is that way everyone's going to get it right?
Everyone's going to get this one right because they're all copying other people above them.
Okay. We should go around assassins in Crypto Warehouse to get rid of these people. Yeah. Number two, everyone put that. No surprise there. So we're at the 20 question mark. Interact, there we go. Hold on, let me go on to, where's the scoreboard? There it is. So 20 question mark. We have currently Villain Bear and Kushik in 20 out of 20 so far. Pretty good time. If you are Crypto Warehouse, Mike, to get a question right and Villenberg get it wrong, you have gapped him by pretty far in terms of time. So it takes one question for Villenberg to get it wrong. And we are on the Jeopardy here, so it might cause a bit of issue. It might not, though. It might not.
I'm sending sign language to Villenberg on my little camera.
Yeah.
If you watch me.
Mike, so please give one wrong answer. Yeah, that's a good strategy. You could give a wrong answer, but that would risk you going down.
I'd be like 12th if I gave one wrong answer.
Exactly. So he's got to keep that going. Scrolling down a bit, Danny's in 5th again. Is it top 3?
Yeah, but he's waiting. He's waiting. Danny's ready to pounce.
Yeah.
The thing is, you don't lead the pack because you're the first person to be eaten by the lions.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, Kishan, you're asking Mike. How about Villenberg puts the wrong answer? Because we know everyone's copying Villenberg. If Villenberg puts the wrong answer, everyone will put the wrong answer. And then, obviously, everyone will win then. Or Villenberg can still win and whatnot, you know? Time Traveler does not... yeah. What's the word for it? My impressiveness feeling of Villenberg, I don't know how to word it, has definitely fallen down the rungs quite heavily. I'm very disappointed, but hey, what are you going to do? Mags and Tariq, 9th and 10th. Here is everyone else's position, 6, 7, 8 for there. John, Ron, 11, Kishan, 12. Pretty good 17, though, still. Hidden Gender's obviously only just joined the quiz halfway through, so unfortunate he's only got 11. This will probably be one of the first quizzes where he's not in top 3. Tito, I don't think I have seen in a while. Jusino, I don't think as well. And then some others down here. So we can now move on to the Jeopardy questions. So let me prepare these, the format. Now we do have a little bit of a TV going on. It is actually quite nice. The formatting is a bit lower down, but we still have a TV. So it's going to feel, it's going to feel nice. It's going to feel nice. So going on to the 21st question now, to the Jeopardy question. So if everyone is ready, we will move on. Well, actually, do you want me to explain?
Have you got any music?
No.
Why not?
Because we've got other music playing.
You know, like on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire goes...
We're on Jeopardy. We're not on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Do you know what I mean?
Well, what's the Jeopardy music?
Where's
the sound effects?
I don't know. We don't have any. We don't have the budget for that. We don't have the budget for that.
What do you mean we've got the budget for that?
I don't have the budget. I don't have the physical manpower budget. You do. We can put the box in your room and you can press the buttons if you want. I can't. I've got other things to do. I can't do sound effects as well. You might as well go watch in another room. You might as well get your phone out and watch in the other room. Anyway, if everyone's ready, do we explain the rules for Jeopardy for the people, or do we just move on?
No.
And watch the chaos ensue?
No rules.
Okay.
No
Let's
rules.
Go. 21. Let's go. 1.9 billion. What was Maple's TVL milestone achieved in April 2025? What was Maple's TVL reported by CoinGecko in May 2025? What was Maple's TVL reported by DeFi Llama on May 31st, 2025? 1, 2, or 3. This has got people took. This has got people.
This is what? Even I don't know the answer to this.
Villenberg's probably going to get this though, because he knows all the answers. I actually don't know what is the answer to this.
I think I know what the answer is, and I'm basing it solely on the actual amount of what I think it could be from where we are now.
Villenberg does not want to give up exactly. Thing is, right, even if Villenberg got this right and got it based on his own effort, I will never believe him ever again. And I don't care if he's going to win, because I don't care if he used 2 questions right. I will never believe him anymore for this quiz anyway. Toggle answer, it was number 3. If you put number 3, you got that right. Jumping on over, we can see 21, 21, 20, 20, 20. It was number 3. I felt the sense of people waiting for Villenberg to answer. I did feel that, because we had one person answer, bravely answered number 1. Everyone still waited. Villenberg answered number 3, then everyone answered continuously. So, when down answer number 3, no, we're not making this a thing, okay? No, it's not. All right, do that for the next question. Guarantee you, do that for the next question. Jumping on to question 22 now. May. What month did Maple complete its Solana integration? What month did Maple launch its SERP.fi platform? What month did the MPL to SERP token migration end? These are hard. These are hard.
I think I know the answer, but I'm not going to type it until there's a few seconds left. Where's the countdown?
27 seconds. 18 seconds. 27.
I have a funny feeling it's this.
Everyone's answering, but I'm lagging, I think.
There you go. Yeah, I'm lagging. Right, I think it's that.
I see 2, 2, 2, 3. And then people answering 3. This is interesting. Okay, let's see what answer it was. It was 3.
Yeah, it's not one. It's not 1 or 2. I was thinking that.
Let's hope the next question isn't 3. Okay, I did randomize the answers. Let's hope this.
I did ransom. I've
All
randomized
right,
the
okay,
answers,
okay,
Jeffrey.
okay,
I've
okay.
randomized them. They're not number 3.
You know what we're doing? Right, listen up. We're going to do a quiz on Friday, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Want me to randomize the questions?
answers?
Positions?
No. The answers are going to be number 1, number 2, or number 4. Okay, on Friday.
What?
There will not be a third option. They will
Oh,
go
so you
1,
can't
2, and
be
4.
right. Okay.
The option can't be number 3.
So you're gonna make me change the game. Okay. Bring 4 and 5. We're not gonna have enough UI space for 4 and 5. I don't think. We're gonna have to fax. We're gonna have to fax everyone the answers on a piece of paper. We're gonna have 20 answers. We're gonna fax them over because we don't have enough screen space.
What school did Sid go to school? What is Joe Flanagan's favourite colour? Just questions that Phil and Bear's got no chance of answering.
Max, I don't like this TV screen. Yeah, because Mike really wanted us to have a TV screen. So I thought I had a TV screen, and now people don't like the TV screen. That's fine. Too small.
If it was moved up a little bit, it would fit. It looks better.
I pretend that it's not as ugly as it is. Just pretend it's not like that. Okay.
What
There
are
you go.
doing?
I made it bigger for everyone.
Okay.
Pretend it's not ugly. Pretend it's really cool.
Who's Joe Flanagan? If you don't know who Joe Flanagan is, you don't know anything about Maple Finance. It's to do with Maple Finance.
Bill and Bear.
What's next?
21. Kushik. Got it wrong.
Did he?
Yeah. He's down 21. I think so anyway. Bill and Bear 22. Everyone else 21. Oh,
Okay, next.
Farrell, Fellowship, LTR, sorry, I butchered your name. Iter, 21. In 4th place. You're on 20.
What?
Is that right?
No, I got the question right.
Oh,
Why am I not?
let me go check.
No, I did.
What'd you put?
For the fucking love of God. I can't show you, but it says error, try again. And my answer is grayed out. Oh,
He's got an error. Oh, it's lagging.
Got an
It's
error.
lagging. Oh, it's lagging. Is it what it is? It's lagging. You can't show me. Conveniently, you have to believe me, guys. It's lagging.
I got an
It's
error.
lagging. Right, okay. Danny's in 3rd
No,
place. What the hell? How did I not see this? Danny's in 3rd by a great deal of margin as well.
You know
Holy-
that metal, you know Terminator 2? You know the one that's made out of like that molded metal and it
Yeah.
just keeps walking in a straight line. It walks through jail cells, it walks through walls, you shoot it, a hole appears and then the hole, so that's Danny.
Danny's in
That's-
3rd. Doom, just walking forward. No care. Straight.
So what he's walking through me like that, and I'm like just falling by the wayside. He's taking out Mag, falling by the wayside. He's going to take out Carter. He's going to take out Victory Bear. He's going to murder everybody. He's going to come first.
Victory Bear. Max and Trick are still 9th and 10th. Again. Yeah. Short videos 12. I wish you the best.
Welcome.
I wish you the very best because you're not. You play along. Okay, 23. Joe Flanagan, who led Maple's 2021 funding round, who is the current CEO of Maple, who co-founded Maple alongside Sid Powell. The reason he said I don't know who Joe Flanagan is, probably because he could see the answers. He knows this was the answer, and he knows what question it is.
I don't have the answers in
I'm
front of me.
talking about Phil and Bear.
Phil and Bear doesn't know anything. He's illiterate. He's guessing. He's got that right.
We need to change the quiz more often, I think. Do you know, we really do. I mean, there's only so much we can change, but if
There
I
is.
bet
That's the
Phil
problem
and Bear's
with Maple
strategy is he just collates every single right answer from old quizzes. And this is why he's slowly gotten better. Not because he's improved, not because he's tried, but because he's collated every right answer and is holding them. He's got a maple.txt,
Absolutely.
he's got a woolswap.txt, mu.txt, and he's just holding all the answers.
Do you know what he does? Have you seen
Memo.pdf,
the film
exactly.
Have you seen the film number 23
The Jim Carrey one.
with Jim Carrey? And they go
Brilliant.
around to his house because he's lost his marbles, and all of the walls and the windows and his underpants and his face, everything's covered in the number 23. That's Phil and Bear.
It's like they're the same question, and no one's saying anything. They're all the same question.
It's
I'm gonna
number
write them
3.
all down.
It's number
It's
two.
always number
It's three. It's always number three. It's always number three.
It's two, then it's three, then
always
two, then
number
three. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Question
It is.
24. $1 million. Do we move on to the... Oh, whatever. What was Maple's revenue in April 2025? What was the revenue of Maple in May 2025? What was the total value of Maple's incentive program in May 2025? Oh, KB and VB, that's true. Very good point, Kishan. They basically sound the same, which basically means they're the same person. That's a good point. I didn't think of that. He's cracked it. Villain Bear is Killer Bear. Think about it.
He's not.
KB, Killer Bear.
KB is Kevin Bacon.
Which also, you can do equal sign, then equal sign again, is Villain Bear.
No, Villain Bear is not. Kevin
Yep.
Bacon wouldn't be here because Kevin Bacon is at an awards ceremony.
Number 2, Mike's not you're just trying to wait so that if Mike does get something right, you're not going to be lower than him. That's what you're trying to do. Have you answered first? And did everyone copy you? It seems like it could have done that. Let's go on to the scoreboard. Actually, we can actually look. Clem Bear and Villain Bear. We've got 24 Villain Bear. Got all the answers. I don't believe it. I'm not looking. Kushik in second. Danny's in third. This is the most impressive part. This is the happiest part about I am about this. Is that Danny is in third place. Where have you gone? Where have you gone?
What do you mean? Where
You've
have
not
I
said
gone?
anything. This is a two-way
I'm waiting
stream.
for-
You might forget it because I'm doing everything, but you are on the screen. You might not believe it. You are doing something. You are part of this stream.
Who's in fifth?
You.
Come on!
Okay,
That's what I was
right.
waiting for.
Okay.
Scroll down. I'm fifth.
I'm moving on.
I'm coming for you.
Let's go 25. Orca. I'm not reading that out, you know. I can't bother. Just 1, 2, or 3. So many words. That's ridiculous. Good luck, guys. Mike's not going to get this because he can't read the screen.
What?
Watch, in a minute he'll do this. He's already doing it now. This is what changes the game, I think. I stop reading it out.
No, I know what the answer is.
I hope you do.
I do.
You might as
I
well
know
copy
for a
everyone
fact
else at this rate. Everyone's got one. You might as well join the party.
Yeah, but I know what it is. Yeah, but I don't do that. I read the question and answer it. It's what Maple used to launch Syrup USDC.
It's one.
On Solana. It's
So
number one.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
one. It was one. Yeah. You're fourth,
Who did I overtake?
Danny. Danny didn't answer. Danny, where have you gone? No, he's lost it. Wait, hold on. Wait, this is bad. This is really bad, actually. I forgot to show the answer. Now he's answered, and it might mean he's... Okay, no, it doesn't. Never mind. Timer's gone off. True. Timer's gone off. He must have been distracted by something, but it's gone off. He's not third anymore. I'm very sad about that. But I'm just gonna say that. I apologize. Is third place. Who answered first? Let's scroll up. You want? Yeah. Okay. You did answer first, Kishan. Kishan's the goat at Jeopardy, as we all know. $26,692 million. What was Maple's TVL reported in June 2025? How many active loans were reported on Maple in June 2025? What was the total value of Maple's secured lending pools in June 2025? 1, 2, or 3. Kishan first again.
It's not number 2. What's he put? 1. No, it's not number 1. It's not number 2, sorry.
Just trying to confuse people. 3 expert
I
3.
think it.
I've got
I
1,
think
1,
it's,
1, 1, 3. This is going to be...
I think it. I think
I've
it's
got 1, 3, and 2. This is not good.
I think it's 1 because it's not number 2. Definitely not number 2.
Villain Bear's
because
number-
they're at
number-
9 billion. Hey,
Olympus put number 2.
what's Villain Bear?
It's number 2.
Who was?
You're wrong.
How many active loans were reported on Maple in June 2025? 692 million.
Hmm?
How many active loans were reported on Maple in June 2025?
In June
692
2025.
million.
In June.
Oh, active loans.
Oh, I'm lagging. It didn't let me answer, guys. It's lagging. I'm lagging, guys. Just say that quickly. I'm lagging.
No, I'm not. I didn't read the question properly.
Only reason Villain Bear got that is because he had it all written down anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's a 2. Yeah, you're not making it. I'm not gonna lie. You're not making it. You've got a 3-point difference. You're not getting above him. You're not gonna hear the end of this from Villain Bear. No, you know that. He's gonna hold this over you for the rest of his life.
I did actually genuinely not think it was number 2, which was what I said.
Anyway,
Anyway,
what I can do for next quiz, I can send you all the answers if you want.
Who?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
No. What I'm gonna do for Friday and next Wednesday is I'm going to write the hardest questions anyone has ever been asked.
Right.
By
New.
anybody.
Make sure
on
they're
any
new.
Quiz show.
I really want to see this
All new.
actually. Next quiz, every single question will be new. Hopefully.
We could have on Friday. We are going to do a different quiz for a different
project.
platform.
And Villain Bear might not be. I'm not going to say guarantee because I was. Might not be. The one who wrote the quiz is taken by the one who memorizes the old quizzes exactly. He's not gonna hack. All right, you know what? That's your best bet, Villain Bear. I'm not gonna lie. Don't go study the project. Try hackers. Odyssey 1, Mike's Zone 1, second is 3 and me. That will be a day to dream about, and we'll see what happens on Friday. Let's move on to the next question. Actually, we've got some left, and then obviously we can 5.1%. What was the target APY for Maple's Bitcoin yield product in June 2025? What was the APY for Maple's Syrup USDC in June 2025? What was the APY for Maple's high yield secured lending pool in 2025?
I know this.
Do people need me to read this out anymore? Because I just said when it comes to Jeopardy, there's a lot of words. All right, I'll just show it anymore. I'll have less of a job to do.
Why don't you do it in an accent? What was the target APY for Maple's Bitcoin yield product in June 2025, which is the answer? Or number 2, what was the APY for the Syrup USDC? Or number 3, what was the APY for Maple's high yield secured lending pool? There we go. And then you tell them the answer as well.
But number 2. I don't get it. Kishan, you know what? Kishan, if you kept, you know what? We should do a Jeopardy only because Kishan gets this. The past 3 questions, he's got it every single time first. Maybe because Villain Bear's waiting, because you're waiting, I don't know. But all I know is Kishan's getting it first. Shout out to Kishan.
Do you know what?
I've no competition now. Okay, you don't have to rub it in. Mr. Memorizer over here. No KB. Yeah, true. You've got a vacuum to fill. Like I said, you got a vacuum to fill, and you just so happen to fill it. No Samurai, exactly. Exactly. Like Kishan, exactly. Kishan's got this going.
Hidden either. Where is hidden? Has he got them all right?
Probably so far, yeah, if you go down. Yeah, 17. Yeah, he's got this all right. He just didn't join the quiz.
Where is he on the... Can you show me the leaderboard? Show me where he's on the leaderboard. Because he joined like halfway through.
Let me see. He is 13th. Tariq is 10th. Mags is 9. Mags and Tariq is still on somehow equal points now, even though Tariq doesn't care anymore. So, let's see. However you want to interpret that. We've still got Villain Bear under the umbrellas. I'm not going to unhide them. No hidden agenda, yeah. Make all this like 30 out of 30. Exactly. If we did a 30 out of 30 Jeopardy, I'll be interested to see how if Kitchen gets 30 out of 30. Next stream we'll do this equal split because this is a third.
Go on.
No, I'm finished. We'll, yeah.
On Friday, the entire stream is going to be Jeopardy.
Jeopardy, okay. The whole stream Friday will be Jeopardy. So number 1 is a new quiz. Number 2 is Jeopardy. So Villain Bear's going to have a horrible time on Friday. Yeah,
and we are only going to be streaming on Friday on X and YouTube because this stream we are not allowed to stream on Binance. Now, very quickly before we carry on, I know we're 3 questions from the end. People keep asking me if I can see the questions on Binance Square. I can see all of your answers. So, Jason Moreau, you're getting them right. Saeed, you're getting them right. Kibraya got them right. Hello. Who else is there? Simple Style, congratulations. Desiree, congratulations. You got them all right. I'm going to pick 1 winner from Binance Square in a minute, and then there's going to be 3 winners from Binance. Sorry, 3 winners from YouTube. And if you're watching on X, you should have clicked on the link that I put in there to take you to YouTube. But anyway, sorry, interrupted. Carry on.
Rude. 28. Avari.
Sorry?
Avari. That's the question. She said you didn't want me to read them out anymore. I asked, does anyone want me to read them out anymore? Look at him. You know what? Next question. I'm gonna make it really small. See how hard it is. Oh, wait, if Tariq get 100%, I'll give him a reward. Then what if Tariq comes first? You'll give your rewards to Tariq. That's an interesting challenge. You know what you should guys do as well? We should have you should guys bet between yourselves. Like, not only do we have the quiz to play, but you should do like a horse race bet and see who comes first, and see if you can bet between yourselves, and then give each other money and whatnot. That'd be pretty interesting.
I have an idea on that, which is what you just said. Are you ready for this idea? Okay. We take a prize pool. Let's call it $40, right? And we get 20 people to play a game, and we give them $2 each to play the game. And each round is 20 cents, and they play against each other. So I don't know if you remember, have you ever heard of that snakes game where you go around and you take out the other snakes or the circles?
No, I'm just like, it's just I didn't really listen to what you were saying until like 3 seconds ago, so I'm just trying to build it back.
What's the answer to this question?
I'm listening. It's number 3. Okay, keep on going. Okay, yeah, go on.
What did I say?
I don't know.
What did I say? It's important.
Who wants it first?
I said number 2. I got it wrong.
Tariq, Kishan got it right. Oh, Kishan got it first. Got it wrong though, but you got it first. Doesn't matter. Oh no, wait. Let me make sure. Yeah, you got it wrong. But you got it first. What? Play Snake.io and bet between them as an event.
Carry on with the quiz.
No, I want to hear it now. I wasn't listening because I was clicking the answer as you were speaking.
You weren't listening because you're like that.
Yeah, but I'm doing this so I could like think. No, so I can think about what you were saying. Let's go on to. When down to 3. Okay.
When in doubt, shoot the bear between the eyes.
When in doubt, go back and find all the previous questions and answers of every other quiz and write them all down so we can get all the answers right. I was in doubt and didn't click 3. Well, clearly, if you've not been listening, you didn't get it. All right. Anyway, 29, $391 million. That is it.
Oh Jesus wept! What?
What? That's the answer.
309 million. What's the questions?
I don't know. They're on the screen.
I'm lagging. What was the supply of WSDC in April? What was the total?
Are you just putting random answers? Is that why? Oh, look who's first.
Well, it's not number 3. So it's May in April.
Use your inside voice. Use your in your head voice. Don't speak out loud. You're giving them the answers.
I don't know the answers between them. They're all copying Villain Bear.
1-1.
If Villain Bear gets it wrong, everyone gets it wrong. If I get it wrong, everyone gets it wrong.
It was number 1.
Do you know I've got a white circle in front of my eyes from this light. It's too bright. Look at me. I look like I've been left outside. I look like Homer Simpson.
That's what I'm saying.
In this light.
I look really yellow. I look corn-fed. Like, you know when you get those chickens in Morrison's and you have normal and you got corn-fed. I look corn-fed. My light isn't that orange. I don't know why it looks like this. I think it's just the camera. So anyway, it was number 1. Kishan, yeah, you got boom. It was number 1. Let's look at, obviously, we've got one more question. And the winner gets not yet because we've still got one more question. All right, why does everyone act like we finished? We're not finished yet, all right? The bell doesn't dismiss you, I do. 18.4 million. Screw you, Villain Bear. What? Because he knows what the next question is, and he's used 18.4 million, a random number, and that's just so happens to be the answer to the next question. Yeah, I know what you're doing.
We're taking 5 points off him. If he answered.
Well, no, this technically is the question now, not the answer. If we weren't doing Jeopardy, I would have banished him to the eternal realm. But you know, unfortunately, he's just about snuck away.
Right, well, it can't be number 1.
Don't bother.
I'm gonna guess.
What is the answer? Let me just tell you guys. Where is it? Where's the answer? I can't even tell. It's too late anyway. It doesn't matter. It was number 2. Everyone put number 2. There you go. Villain Bear 30. I don't even want to update the global leaderboard of this. I'm disappointed. I'm just sad. I don't want to. I want to pretend this didn't.
I'm 4th. I'm 4th.
You're 4th.
In my own quiz, I would be 2nd if it hadn't have given me an error on YouTube.
Lag.
It wasn't lag.
You just said it was error. You said it was an error, then you said lag. Which one is it?
It was a error.
A error. Okay.
Like, you know when you breed a tiger and a leopard.
My ears are deaf. My eyes hurt. Was that loud?
This was a erag.
And they're
It was.
right, okay. Villain Bears, I'm not happy about that because obviously, but I'm not gonna keep this anger on the outside. I'm gonna keep it on the inside, okay? Because I know how it's gonna be on Friday. Because you're gonna write some new questions. You're gonna write some new questions.
Okay. Now, do you want me to go through what's going to happen on Friday?
Villain Bear, don't act like you did any better, all right? You recorded down all the questions and answers, all right? All right, maybe it's our fault because we did all questions and answers. But maybe it's also because you recorded them all, and you should have pretended like you didn't. If you know what, if you never said anything, I would have been like, oh, he's got 30 out of 30. Oh my goodness. No, you had to go. Oh, look at me, guys! I've got all the answers. Yeah, look where it's got you. We're now going to make every other quiz as hard as possible. You can ruin it for everyone else.
Now,
yeah, and you memorising the first. Yeah, you tell him, Tariq.
Yeah.
Top 10 Tariq right here.
Why can't you go in the centre of your little square?
Yeah, I'm just leaning. I like to feel comfortable on the quiz, all right?
Okay. Right. So, this is what happens.
Yeah, top 3 gets prize.
Jesus, will you?
He's
keep
asking
your
a
mouth
question.
shut? You've got verbal diarrhea.
Go on, I'm finished.
You are. Have you finished? Do you want to say anything else?
No.
Turn your microphone on mute for a minute. Right. If you are on YouTube and you are in the top 3, you have won. You need to message me on Telegram. So Villain Bear, he's already got me on Telegram. Kushik and Thara, you need to find us on Telegram and you need to join and you need to basically message me, DM me. I'm going to drop the Telegram link into chat now. If you are watching on Binance Square, and this is important, I'm going to tell you how you can claim your prize. Just let me very quickly drop the link for Telegram into chat now that we have some time to ourselves because the mouth has stopped moving over there. So if you are on Telegram, so I'm going to put one lucky winner will get syrup here. Okay, what I'm going to do on Binance Square is most of the people have got most of the questions right. If you get the question right on Binance Square, what you need to do now is you need to basically drop your user ID into chat and I will enter you into the prize draw. And one of you, I will send syrup to. If you've won on YouTube, you have won syrup USDC on Solana. So you need to contact me on Telegram. If you've won on YouTube, you need to drop your user ID below on Binance Square so I can give you your prize there. There you go. You can speak now. Keep going. Okay, right. Now, the next thing then, because I've just been given the continue to talk spiel, is on Friday, we have our next quiz. And this is a special quiz because it's not by anybody we've covered before. It's by somebody else, which I'm not going to say the name of on Binance Square. And we're going to run the quiz. It's going to be 30 Jeopardy questions. And we're going to give away some tokens and some codes. They are going to be the hardest questions you've ever been asked. Okay? Now, good old Villain Bear. Villain Bear, you can on Binance. Yes, you can get syrup tokens on Binance. So what I need from you on Binance is I need your user ID. And then I can send them to you that way. The prize for 9th and 10th position is we don't kick you out of our Telegram group. That's the prize. Tariq, the award was joy. Absolutely. Anybody that didn't win is, of course, a loser. But, of course, you can still take joy in being a loser. And that's the way I look at it. That's the way I look at it. I can't lawfully win at absolutely everything. It wouldn't be fair on everybody watching. So I have to let you win, which is kind of taking away some of the glory of Villain Bear, which is fine. I have to let him win sometimes. I can't win everything that I do. But we will be giving away different prizes on Friday, which you'll only be able to win if you have a Solana wallet address. We can't send them to Binance, and we can't stream this on Binance, and we can't tell you the name of the quiz while we are streaming on Binance. But it's going to be 30 questions, Jeopardy questions. Some of them are going to be about the platform that we're going to be talking about, and some of them are going to be just impossible questions. So make sure. Now, I am getting some messages. Kushik has just messaged me, so I am going to reply to you. I've got you on Crypto Warehouse. So yeah, I've got you, and I've got Villain Bear. So the other person needs to join is the other chap that's won, and that is pretty much it. And I don't want to say anything else until we turn the Binance stream off. So if you want to carry on now, Oracle, I'm going to keep an eye on Binance Square. You might want to turn your microphone back on. Am I lagging? Something happened. Something happened to the stream. I can't hear you. Hang on. What is he telling me? Just give me a second. I'm logging into WhatsApp to see what the problem is. Has the Oracle's microphone gone off?